Yerp, it's Perp back with another video and finally get to see A Quiet Place 2. This is long overdue. This has been delayed and delayed, but finally I get to see it. This is the sequel to what I think was a brilliant, some might say a masterpiece of a horror film, thriller, whatever you want to kind of call it. Man, and how does this one stack up compared to the first one? That's going to be kind of tough to say. It's still kind of early. I do have to say I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie. For it being PG-13, I wish they kind of made this rated R, but they did just enough to satisfy me. You know, there's a lot of jump scares, and they were very effective. I will say that. I like the story and how it kind of opens up the world to where in the first movie it was just about this family. Now it's just like it's dealing with the aftermaths of the first one, and now let's see where our characters go. And I really liked how this kind of set things up for a third movie, and probably that'll be the final movie to kind of wrap this thing up. And I think if they do that, A Quiet Place trilogy sounds really dope, and I think that will be kind of up there with, you know, the most talked about trilogies, whatever. But, you know, and what I really liked about this is how it started. You know, we see what happened day one, and that shit was dope. That reminds me of episode 1 of Attack on Titan. If you know, you know. If you don't, you should definitely go check that out. Just a side note. But I love how things just kick off, and it was very subtle because they kind of, it kind of starts off like a normal day. Of course, you know, you got the main character from the first movie, Lee. He's going to his kid's baseball game, and you get introduced to a new character in that scene in the beginning of the movie as well, and he kind of plays a part in the whole entire film. That character being Emmett, and we have no last names. I was kind of confused at first because you would have thought the way that they know each other, you would have thought that Emmett was like Lee's brother or something like that, but it seems like he was just a stranger. I guess one of the parents of the kids at that baseball game, and it's kind of funny how they've always been kind of in contact with each other. They kind of make that known in this film. But the real highlight of this whole entire movie is really, they kind of take a step back from Evelyn's character. You kind of think that it's going to be mainly about her, but she does have things to do in this. It's more of a motherly thing. Like, she still has to take care of this baby. That's her main focus, really. Situations happen with her kids that I was not expecting. Like, what happens to Marcus in this movie was brutal. I was not expecting that, especially in a PG-13 movie. Reagan, she's kind of on her own dummy mission, but she's very, very bold, I would say, in this movie. And that's who we really focus on, are the kids and the kind of scenarios that they're being put into, and them having to kind of step up and fill in that role that their father was there, you know, because their mom can't do everything by herself. You know, it's almost impossible. I feel like that would have been a huge issue long term. So it's cool to see all the kids kind of stepping up, seeing these different characters step up, seeing Emmett kind of stop being such a hermit crab with people. And I like that this whole entire movie just expands the world. We see not just like the monsters that are, you know, we gotta make sure we're not making any type of noise, but it's also the humans too. And it's a really good balance of the two. And I really enjoyed this whole entire movie. I like the utilization of just the way they use sound, man. It's very unique, and it's a different twist. And I'm looking forward to whatever they do in the future. If they end up doing spin-off series, or, you know what I'm saying, if we get a third movie down the line, I would honestly like to see like a spin-off, one-off, I guess, mini series of a random character. It may be that goes into a third movie or something like that. But let me know how you guys feel about this. If you've seen it, in the comments below. If you haven't seen it, do you have plans on watching it this weekend or somewhere down the line? I recommend you go check this out. Go see this in a Prime theater or like any format. Honestly, definitely go support this. I think this is one of the dopest movies that I've seen thus far. I had a fun time with it. Looking forward to what they do with this kind of franchise going forward, or this series of films. Hopefully we get a third one, like I said. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.